dig?
Welcome to NBA 2K TV. I'm Chris Manning.
And I'm Alexis Morgan.
She's been called a trailblazer and icon, and we've been proud enough to call Doris Burke part of the 2K family for 10 years now.
She's an absolute legend. I want to be Doris Burke when I grow up, and I had a chance to catch up with her over the summer.
Check it out.
Well, welcome back to 2K TV, Doris Burke. We are celebrating 10
for basketball fans today as we learn that an injury to LeBron James is going to cause him to miss significant time.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is, Hornet. And look, I hate to say this, but you've got to wonder, at this stage in his career, after how many minutes he's played, what is it, something like 40,000? Can you look that up, Hornet, by the way?
Yeah, just 1 second. 46,000.
Exactly, 46,000 minutes. We saw the groin injury a while back, and now we've got this. LeBron James is a superhuman. Let me be very clear about that. But guess what? Father Time is undefeated, and he might be coming for the king.
No. The king stay the king, Hank.
I guess we'll see, won't we, Hornet? So coming up next, we'll be talking about who can step in to fill LeBron's shoes while he's out. But first, a quick break. We'll be right back with more Hank and the Hornet after this.
And a lot of style coming off the Cavaliers bus earlier on. We'll see if that style translates to the court as they get set to do battle on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Doris, you look at these two teams, both with strong rebounding numbers.
Kevin, we are talking about two teams who play a physical, aggressive style. There is no back down on either side. I would anticipate a rugged interior game that might lead to a little bit of chippiness. Right up your alley, Kevin.
Oh, don't we love these kind of games? I mean, these are a blast to call.
No doubt.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. Porter is out there with Garland. And it's Osman in at the small forward. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's Shakur in at the small forward position. So Cleveland will get the first possession. Garland, the pass to Osman. Passes it to Love. Porter looking it over. Clock is at 3. A second chance effort, and it's laid up and in by Thompson.
You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Good on the bucket.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Cleveland with the ball. Westbrook with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Oh.
Child, please.
And he goes in for the dunk.
How about the instincts of Russell Westbrook on the defensive end? Gives his teammate an easy chance there.
To the paint. And that one's good. Osman.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Harden kicks to Shakur. Harden outside, and the pass to Shakur. Shot clock at 5. Drains it from beyond the arc. Shorty's got 7 points in the game. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Osman, the pass to Porter. Pass to Love. Here's Osman. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Shorty.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Harden, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And good that time.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Shakur, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Cleveland gets called for the foul, and he's got his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Shorty. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Porter finds Thompson. Now, here's Garland. Kicks it out to Love. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
There's a certain rhythm and pace to the way Kevin Love plays the game. He knows when to spot up off the pass.
Good on the shot.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Hawks. Osman, the pass to Thompson. Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Westbrook. Porter, no luck.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Now, Garland. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Osman. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all energy type of player, Doris.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Cedi than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any midseason trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Here's Thompson after the made shot from short. And Thompson kicks to Love. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Shoots from the elbow. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Houston leading by 5. Here's Shakur, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 3rd assist on the night. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Love outside. Thompson in the posts. Capella covering. Here's Love, and Love throws it down.
You know, just so smart. Kevin Love, tricky, crafty, you name it, he's got it in his game.
Here's Shakur, and the layup's good off the glass. Shorty's got 21 in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Garland. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta. Shoots over Tucker. Love, no good. Rockets have gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. Harden can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Sexton. Love's got 7 points.
And instead of just trying to draw the foul, Love maintains his focus despite some stiff defense. Great hands, great body control, allowing him to get it done.
Now, here's Sexton after the miss from Shorty. Now, here's Sexton. And here is Garland. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clock at 2. Count the basket.
We know this about Kevin Love. Contact will not deter him.
Houston leading by 3. Harden outside. Pass to Westbrook, and he lobs it up toward the rim, and stolen by Love. Outside, Porter. Now, here's Garland. He's covered closely. Kicks it to Love. From deep three-point range, and it's James Harden with the rebound. Lob pass to Capella. And Westbrook gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 5.
And Kevin, you know this. That is one of Russell Westbrook's signature areas. That mid-range is sweet in his game.
Now, here's Garland. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Here's Harden. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now a 7-point Rocket lead.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Garland dishes to Sexton. Passes it to Garland. The tray. Sexton's shot is good.
This is a shot Colin Sexton has worked so hard to improve on. Can he be consistent from three-point range?
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Houston making some changes. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Green in for James Harden. Cleveland also making some changes. Henson's checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. Here is Shakur. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And there's another turnover by the Cavaliers. Houston making some changes. Chandler comes in for Clint Capella, and Gordon subbed in for Shorty. So it's the Rockets now. A whole new 5 on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for John Henson. Kevin Love comes in for Nance. Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Garland in for Matthew Dellavedova. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. And it's Garland in at the point guard. Here's Osman. He has 5. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Osman's got 7.
And not much breathing room there. The step back move gave him just enough to get it off.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Shorty in his last game out against the Trailblazers was all business. He had an impressive number of points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
And Greg, let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Here's Garland after the made shot from Shorty. The pass to Osman. He kicks it to Garland. Shoots over Tucker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day-by-day question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Well, just 6'2", but the vertical for Colin Sexton, nicely done.
And stolen by Love. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Garland. Garland's got his 6th assist on the night. Pass to Harden. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Love.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016, LeBron's 2nd season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
Now, here's Sexton. He's coming off a 19-point game against Atlanta.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
Offline with the baseline jumper. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Garland with it. Thompson up top. He dishes it to Sexton. Over in the corner, Osman. And they're moving it up. Here's Shakur. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Now, here's Garland. Launches a 3. They get it back. Here's Love. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
Love, so crafty near the rim, getting his man to get physical with him. Just a master of drawing contact.
The Cavaliers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Rockets. And doors among NBA big men. Kevin Love with some of the best hands you'll find in the league.
No doubt, Kevin, and that's going to help in his shooting game, his passing game, and his rebounding game. This is one of the most skilled bigs we've seen in the history of the league.
Here's Garland. James Harden picking up that last basket. And here we go. Rockets running again. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. The good-looking shot from the wing. Westbrook's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Shorty.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup and there's no telling just how different this team looked. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second, a nice way to get your offense going.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempt. .115 left in the first half. Now Porter taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Dishes to Henson. Dellavedova from outside. It's hauled in by Gordon.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Houston moving it around. Westbrook finds Gordon. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. Now here is Dellavedova, defended by Gordon. And a wide open look for Porter. And another miss by Cleveland. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Rockets.
Boom!
Oh my God.
That's how you attack.
Wow, how'd he do that?
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively. Well, that's the nose for the basketball. Larry Nance, my goodness, what hops on that young guy.
And so it's Houston. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. A fantastic game from Shorty in this one.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Shakur in at the 3 slot. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Garland, the pass to Thompson. Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Thompson. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Osman, the pass to Thompson. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. It's rebounded by Houston.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Osman kicks to Love. Just 5 to shoot. There's Garland. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Garland's got 6 points.
Now, this guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Shakur. Here's Tucker. And the rejection by Love.
Oh, terrific timing from Kevin Love to get the block, something he's worked hard to improve on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
PA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. To the middle, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
And what about the strength from Thompson there to go up, take the hit, still convert the play? Nice.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
Porter dishes to Love, and he gets the bucket. Love's got 17 now.
When a player is cooking, what happens? The aggressiveness turns up. Kevin Love is hunting for shots right now.
Now here's Harden. Tight defense on him. And the rejection by Love. Here's Garland. The feed to Thompson. Thompson is double. Kicks it out to Love. Here's Garland. He's got 8. The 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
Rockets leading by 21. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. To the inside, to the wing right side. Tucker can't get it to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside, Porter. The dish now to Garland. Here's Osman. 11 points in the game. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Porter outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
The Rockets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Lays it up and banks it in. Sexton's got 12.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Pass to Love. Clock at 6. Sexton with it. Guarded by Harden. With the floater, and it's blocked, but he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Daniel House is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Cleveland also making some changes. John Henson's checked in for Thompson. And Larry Nance is subbed in for Kevin Love. Here's Shakur, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Shorty's got 15 points here in the second half. There's Porter with the 3, and another 3 for Cleveland.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Passes to Capella. And the shot goes in. 6 points for him.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Sexton finds Porter. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Shorty's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The open look here for Sexton. Drills the three-pointer. Sexton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
You know what I love about Larry Nance Jr.? This guy came into the league as a tremendous athlete, but his skill set just keeps improving. The passing, the shooting, I love it.
So for the Rockets, Tyson Chandler is checked in for Clint Capella. Jerebko comes in for Daniel House. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers. Now here's Sexton. He's got 15. To the paint. And Nance kicks to Dellavedova. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Porter. And that one is off. Chandler with the defensive effort.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. and he just bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right here. And a quality defender. Larry Nance doesn't need Doris the ball to impact the game.
No doubt, Kevin, because he's willing to rebound the ball out of his area. He's willing to be a high motor guy on the defensive end. His activity is always a big lift to this team.
Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Here's Green, and Henson sends it back. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And here are the Rockets now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. The pass to Nance. Back to Dellavedova. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Dellavedova's got 5 now.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Here's Sexton. Another 3 for Cleveland.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here is Shakur, guarded by Porter. Houston moving the ball around. From about 16, Larry Nance comes up with the rebound.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Sexton, the pass to Porter. 1:53 left to play in the third. Count that one.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Here's Shakur. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And for that matchup with the Kings, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
All free throws good from Shorty. The Cavaliers trail by 16. And here's Sexton. He's got 18. Oh, Nance in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Shakur kicks to Chandler, and the shot goes down. Chandler's got his second basket of the game. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Pass to Sexton. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back. And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
52 seconds left in the third quarter. Dellavedova with the ball. 5 points in the game. Now Sexton. Great D that time from Green. Back to Gordon. Pass to Shakur. On the wing, Eric Gordon. Out to the right wing. He tries for three. A shot by Shakur, no good.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Rockets with possession here. Right side, Gordon. No good with the wing jumper. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 16. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Osman outside at three with Nance down at the power forward spot. Colin Sexton is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Henson in at the center filling out the middle.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
The free throw off from Henson. Rockets leading by 14. And it's Gordon missing. Here's Osman. Over in the corner, Dellavedova. Shot clock at 6. Back to Osman. This one for three, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got assist number 5 here tonight. The kick out to Westbrook. And there's the pass to Shakur. The three, and it's Russell Westbrook with the three. And the Rockets lead by 14.
Well, Russell Westbrook, he's not super efficient from three, but if you give one, he's going to give it right back.
Now here is Dellavedova, defended by Gordon. Now here's Sexton. From the line, it's rebounded by Shorty. Shorty's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And finished off by Westbrook.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim, my goodness, how you feeling?
Dellavedova finds Henson. Now here's Sexton. He's covered by Westbrook. Henson the pass to Sexton. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Shakur. Finished off the break. Shorty's got 56 points in the game.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Knocks it loose. Connects again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Will it go? Here's Gordon. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
For the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. P.J. Tucker comes in for Jonas Jerebko. And it's James Harden in for Eric Gordon. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Henson. Love comes in for Nance. Porter's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Garland in for Sexton.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Outside, Porter. Love outside. Back to Porter. 5 on the clock. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. And here's Houston. It's been 13 unanswered points for him. Doesn't go that time. So Cleveland will take it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. And they're playing through a string of road games that will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. There's the triple. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Shakur, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story. Is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and then to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Here's Osman. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Shakur dishes to Capella. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Stolen by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Down low. And that one's good. Osman. Osman's got 19 points.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
A shot by Shakur, no good.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
The offensive rebound, Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
He misses the free throw.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Capella. Daniel House comes in for P.J. Tucker. And McLemore's subbed in for James Harden. Pass to Windler, inside. Here's Thornwell. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Thornwell's got his first basket. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Windler the pass tonight. Here's Thornwell, guarded by McLemore. Here's Thornwell, trying to get open as Thompson. Thornwell can't get it to go. And yep, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. It'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
In that matchup against the Bucks, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
We know that Russell Westbrook will have the ball in his hands and initiate their offense. And how about that superior passing?
Pass tonight, launches it. Thompson poked loose. He feeds it to Martin. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Clark, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Thornwell. To the paint. Here's Martin. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. And Cleveland also making a change. Henson's checked in. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev. Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Shakur kicks to Clark. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Hartenstein. P.J. Tucker comes in for Clark. James Harden, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Eric Gordon. Here's Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Russell Westbrook.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Free throw good, Porter. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Thompson passes to Osman for three. Love. It's rebounded by Houston. The three from Harden. Love grabs the board. Love's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here is Garland. Here's Osman. 6 to shoot. 13 feet away. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Shakur kicks to Westbrook. Passes it to Capella. Houston moving the ball around. A basket by Shakur.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat. Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Houston.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shorty.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Thornwell. Outside Knight, all alone. Misses off the right iron.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Here's Windler. So we see Houston taking the W here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Hey, Shaq here. Not many guys in the league are triple-double threats, but you put one up tonight, boy. Woo-wee. Is there more where that came from?
You know I'm no Westbrook. That's just how it went down, you know. We came in looking to play the right way. I thought we were in sync most of the game, but As far as more triple doubles for me, I don't think so, man. We've got a lot more talent on this roster. Tonight was my night, but the next night will belong to someone else. You dig?
Stop being so modest.
Che, when you look at your record and the way you guys have been playing lately, is it fair to say this team is a legitimate title contender?
I think we're the front runners. I mean, who's going to stop us? I take a look at the league, and I don't see anybody slowing us down when we're firing on all cylinders. That may sound cocky, but it is what it is. Sky's the limit for us.
Is that a guarantee?
I like what you're doing, Patty, but you're not going to catch me slipping. Nothing's guaranteed in this league, all right? But I like our chances. I do.
Great. Thanks, Che.
No problem.
Thank you.
How's it going? Hey, need some help?
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Who's got ball? Next time, man. Next time.
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Yeah, let's go! Let's do it! Hey, see you later, man.
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
Focus! Focus! Hey, he can ball, huh? Hey, come to me, come to me. Hey, I'll see you later.
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. I got ball.
much has changed in the past 10 years. For one, WNBA is now in 2K20 for the first time.
Listen, this is so exciting for me because the reality is women's basketball was probably my first big break in broadcasting. I started with the New York Liberty, first on radio, then on television, and it was that launched me into NBA. So the WNBA is near and dear.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the Houston Rockets here in Toyota Center. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And let's look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Ariza.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough. That's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. And the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
Now Sacramento starting five. Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Bogdanovich in at the three slot. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's Shakur in at the small forward. And here's Westbrook from the arc, kept alive by Houston. And it's Capella missing. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Hield, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
Sacramento.
Joseph against Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Tries again. Davis on the follow.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Here's Shakur. The kick out to Westbrook. Tucker dishes to Shakur. Now here's Tucker, defended by Bagley, and the shot goes in.
Shakur!
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Kings have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Joseph against Westbrook. Hield outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Bagley with the block.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating. Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Now here's Joseph. Harden missing his last shot. Bogdanovich, no luck.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Here's Joseph. James Harden picking up that last basket. Healed outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
A basket by Shakur.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that's going to be a treble. And with most of the season in the books, the power rankings have really taken shape. You look at the Clippers. They sink a little bit here in the rankings, still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
And he drops it in from the low post. Shakur! Shorty's got 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
A chance now to check out the race for Rookie of the Year. Always exciting to see the promise of the youngsters. A season under the belts. Who took the league by storm? And you look at Shorty all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Me too. And it's the way that he's just sustained his level of play for the entire season. So consistent. No major peaks, no huge valleys. That's pretty impressive stuff and heady stuff from a rookie.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's his first foul. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Shakur fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. Personal foul. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
Now, here's Joseph. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. Healed. Harden with the defensive effort. Houston leading by 4. Here's Westbrook. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Near the 3-point line, it's Joseph. Rebounded by Tucker.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that team knew about you.
Now here's Joseph. Harden missing his last shot. To stop the run. Offensive rebound. And it's slammed in by Davis.
That's the energy Ed Davis needs to play with consistently. Big time finish on the rebound.
Here's Shakur. Pass to Capella.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Houston shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First free throw is good. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Sacramento. Both free throws good from Capella. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Sacramento. Trailing here by 8. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
Sacramento making some changes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Bogdanovich, and Farrell subbed in for Heel. Westbrook against Joseph. Here's Shakur. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
And here are the Kings now, following the score by Houston. Here's Farrell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Rockets leading by 9. Here's Shakur. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Here's Bagley. The Rockets making the shot. Farrell can't hit. From deep, Harden. Bagley with the rebound.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Joseph against Harden. Outside, Joseph. And the pass to Farrell. Clock at 4. From outside the arc. The rebound by Harden. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Drops in the tray. Westbrook's got 7.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now, here's Dedmon. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Top of the key, Bagley. The 3 from Joseph. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Harden, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And so it's Houston with it after the Kings pick up 2. Westbrook kicks to Shakur. Bagley with the rebound.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Barnes can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 12. There's Shakur.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
It's a beautiful jam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Dedmon. The Rockets making the shot. Over to the wing. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Farrell passes to Barnes. From deep. Barnes with another miss. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Farrell. Drops in the breakaway layup. Farrell's got 5 now. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Ray, you suited up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value.
The Kings trail by 8. On the court right now for the Kings. On the wings, Hield and Bogdanovich. Bagley is out there with Davis, and it's Farrell in at the point. Up top, Hield, guarded by McLemore. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hield, the pass to Farrell. Over House. Farrell gets the bucket. 9 points in the game so far.
Yeah, even though Hield can pull up from anywhere, you love that he's always looking to find a shot for his teammate.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Shorty in his last game out against the Cavaliers was phenomenal. He finished with 70 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on, and there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Bounce pass, Davis. Bogdanovich wide open. It's good from long range.
Well, the range for Bogdanovich continues to expand. He's showing real confidence taking the long bombs.
McLemore dishes to Harden. It's stolen by Bagley. Bogdanovich with it. Now defended by Shorty. Bogdanovich. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now just a 2-point Houston lead.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Down low, and he hits it to tie the game up. Bogdanovich has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Now, Bogdanovich focused on scoring on the inside, and when he gets close to the basket, looked like he was hungry to get 2.
The shot by Shakur, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Farrell looking around. And then Bagley slams it in.
Bagley committed to do something on that possession offensively, playing aggressive.
And the Rockets making a change here. Tucker's checked in. Sacramento also making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Davis. And it's Joseph in for Yogi Ferrell. Timeout called. The Rockets coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
Well, the last time it was about feeding off of the glass and getting rebounds to ignite the offense, and that came up big for them. Great opportunities to get out and run.
On your screen now is the 2K leaderboard showing us the leaders in blocks in the second half of the NBA season. And you look at Capella, second in the NBA, a great defender. And, of course, Shorty. He can also get after it. Such a great shot blocker.
And having one of those guys clogging the lane has been like having a brick wall around the hoop. Terrific block numbers after the break.
Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by the Kings. Bagley's got his 5th rebound in this one. Hield from outside. That shot misses. And Houston the other way now. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Joseph finds Dedmon. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Knocks down the three ball. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 4 now for the Kings.
Great to see Bogdanovich in this kind of rhythm as a young player, showing he's capable of carrying the load.
That one drops for him.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
Pass to Dedmon. On the wing, Heel. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 ball. A rebound by Shorty.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
And McLemore kicks to Capella. Here's Shakur. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Fade away. Bagley, no good.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Harden, that's good.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
The Kings trailing. Outside, Joseph. Outside, Bogdanovich. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bogdanovich has got 16 points.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
There's the feed to Tucker. Makes it off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 1.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Harden against Joseph. Healed outside. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Offline with his 3. Rocket shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And just doing a much better job of getting to the line this quarter than he did in the first.
The Rockets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for McLemore. And a change for Sacramento. Barnes is checked in. Both free throws good from Shorty. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. It's a 3-point game. Barnes outside. Dedmon with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Back to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. From deep 3-point range. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Harden outside. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Taking a look at Houston. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And checking out Sacramento. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for Sacramento, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're we're scared of them. So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back. And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Shorty. Tops in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Joseph, the pass to Dedmon. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. Wide open. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Now the pass to Shakur. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. 54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Outside Bogdanovich. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Shakur. Got it. Good job in the low post. Shorty's got 31 points.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Joseph against Westbrook. Outside, Joseph. To halt the run. The shot misses. And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly.
I know hip-hop God, no. I know hip-hop singer. I ain't, Give me space, I ain't really. Back up one play, get my stacks up.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. A fantastic game from Shorty in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Shakur in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Capella. It's hauled in by the Kings. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Here's Hield. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Hield's got 5 now.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. The Kings trail by 6. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Westbrook against Joseph. On the wing, Hield sinks the three-pointer. He's got 8.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
A basket by Shakur. And the Rockets lead by 5.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Davis looking for an opening. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Lots of room. Right side, Joseph. Off target with his 3.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Davis dishes to Hield. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
The Kings have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Daniel House has checked in for P.J. Tucker. And a change for Sacramento. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bogdanovich.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
And Joseph gets to Ariza. No one near him. Rebound by Shorty. Shorty's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And it's in there. Westbrook's got 11.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Davis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. A basket by Shakur.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Joseph against Westbrook. Hield outside. Fires the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got rebound number 13 with that last one. On the wing, Harden. Covered by Hield. Harden gets the bucket. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Houston making some changes. Houston leading by 3. Here's Shakur. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Both free throws good from Shorty.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Joseph against Westbrook. Now here's Barnes. He's tightly guarded. Banked in off the glass.
Well, this time Harrison Barnes using some of his physical advantages to bully the defense, or at least get them on their heels.
Jerebko with it. Holmes on him. And stolen by Barnes. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 3. To the left side wing. Now here's Joseph, defended by Jerebko. Goes up from the top of the key. Again, Sacramento.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Shakur passes to Green for 3, Westbrook. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
There's Shakur, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Joseph looking around. Pass to Barnes. From about 19 feet. And too long on the shot.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And it's Shorty with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. James Harden comes in for Russell Westbrook. And a change for the Kings. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Rashawn Holmes.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Sacramento's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. For the lead, Green with the block. There's Shakur, hammers it home to polish off the break.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Dedman finds Bogdanovic. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Houston in the lead. Here's Jerebko. Outside, Green for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Green's got 8 points.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Joseph with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. And here's Barnes for 3. They get the rebound. It's deflected.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
Be smart, but execute at the same time. Let's see what they do.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Outside, Joseph. With the teardrop. Green with the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Shakur. That one goes. Count it.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Free throw, no good for Shakur. Bogdanovic left side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bogdanovic has got 20.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Houston.
And so it's the Houston Rockets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Sacramento, Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Bogdanovic out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Davis in at the center.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The first one falls.
At the line for two.
Both free throws good from Shorty. The Kings trail by 10. Outside, Joseph. He kicks it to Barnes. Over Green. Barnes can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's Rockets ball.
Here is Shakur, covered by Barnes, and he makes that one. 47 points for Shorty.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Joseph down low, guarded by Tucker, and Joseph kicks to Barnes. Clock at 6. Davis, the pass to Bogdanovich. Over Harden. Bogdanovich, no luck. Rockets leading by 12. Here's Shakur. Oh, come on. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Harden inside the three-point line, and it's Houston with another.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
They double him with Green. Bagley with a wide open look. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Rockets have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets.
Eric Gordon.
To the inside, Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Rockets.
Pass to Shakur. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Capella. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Rockets lead by 19. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Davis dishes to Bogdanovich from 13. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Joseph against Gordon. Joseph finds Barnes. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up
with
for that
courtside
job.
seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And
good! There's another!
And you know what him reaching 50 points means. He's moved up another spot.
Yep, the second spot, Greg, is his alone now for most 50-point performances in a year.
And with the 31st game of 50 points or more, he is now second on the 50-point list. Wilt had 30 games in the 63 campaign, but it's a long way to go to the top spot of 45.
Bagley with the block. There's Shakur. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Loud pass to Bagley. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. And the Rockets making a change here. Westbrook's checked in.
Rockets. Russell Westbrook.
Outside, Bagley. And here's Barnes for three. Buries it from three-point range. Barnes has got 10 points in just the second half. Ball's knocked loose. The pass to Harden to the left wing. Here's Shakur. And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Sacramento Kings.
Rockets.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Shorty. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Passes it to Harden. Sweet little floater. And the Rockets lead by 20.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And it's Shorty with the foul. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the fourth personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Here's Barnes. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Joseph, the pass to Hield. Puts up a three. Cans it from downtown. Hield's got 21.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. Two shots coming up. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Westbrook against Joseph. Outside, Davis. Pass to Bagley. The kick out to Barnes. Off target from outside. Houston leading by 21. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Then on Monday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Here's Shakur. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars.
Look at that jam!
No way!
I mean, just beautiful.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Here's Barnes. Great D that time from Shorty. Rockets leading by 23. Hits it again. Wow. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Joseph against Westbrook. Knocked loose. Westbrook with the steal. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Like rocket fuel there. So explosive. Westbrook's a one-man wrecking crew.
Healed against Harden. Now here's Barnes. Defense right on him. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Bagley. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. Here's Shakur. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. That many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there? That
I don't want to get into the specifics
okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play. And more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And that one drops. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Rockets. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Here's Shakur, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Houston, Shakur. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Shakur. Both free throws good from Shorty. Here's Farrell.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Houston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Shorty.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place, making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Free throw good, Shakur. 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Farrell, the pass to Holmes. Over House. No good off the back of the rim. Right side, Gordon, and stolen by James. Passes to Leiden. James outside, pass to Giles, and it's blocked. Timeout called, the Rockets. Guys, your thoughts?
And a surprising timeout here with the game in the bag.
Sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Shorty.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that is it, for Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Hey, Shaq here. Another game, another double-double. If you had to choose, which is the greater value to this team, your passing or your scoring?
I don't know, Shaq, man. I have to say my passing and my scoring. I mean, they go together, so how do you pick? That's like asking someone which one of their two children are their favorite. That's just something you don't do, you know what I'm saying? But I've learned that from a personal experience. You don't go down that road.
Well, I have 6 kids, and my daughters are my favorites.
Not one of these guys who's championship or bust, okay? There's value in competing and being good, even if you're not the best.
Oh, no. Second place is the first loser.
Okay, maybe if you're a child, and present co-host included, I understand, but in the real world, it's okay to try your best and come up short. Look at a team like the Knicks. In the 90s, they could never climb Mount Jordan. But you can't find me a single Knicks fan who wouldn't trade the last 20 years of ineptitude for those 90s teams, even if they've never won a chip. You can't do it, Horton.
Oh, please, you want to bet?
No, look, okay. I'm sure you could literally find one maniac who wouldn't trade that, but my point stands. Just because you're not Golden State doesn't mean you need to start from scratch. I firmly believe that.
He's got principles, and he's not afraid to use them.
At all. Look, I've got a few more thoughts on this, but first, we got to take a quick commercial break.
Have you or someone you love been injured in municipal?